Using Chrome Remote Desktop, can I transfer files between computers? Is there a way to transfer files between remotely connected computers with the Google Chrome Remote Desktop plugin? If not, is there a simple way I can transfer files between connected computers?
Yes you can. As of very recently, this week. This month? Just now today? This is the first time I've seen it. Chrome Remote Desktop has moved from being a standalone program you download and launch through the Chrome Store, to an in-browser app you launch from a website. This URL. Tested the 27th of June 2019. With this change comes a brand new file transfer feature. When you log in, you have this menu on the right-hand side of your screen. If you don't see that, hover on the right until you see a little blue arrow pointing to the left, and click it, as this menu is hideable. 1. To download from remote to local. To download a file from the remote machine to your local machine, host, click the download file button. It will open up a download file manager window on the remote machine. Choose a file and click open. The file is transferred through the network and the GUI file manager save file window will magically open up on your local host machine. Choose a location and save the file. Done. The file is on your local machine in the folder you chose to save it in. 2. To upload from local to remote. To upload a file from your local host machine to your remote machine, click the Upload File button. It will open an Open File Manager window on your local machine. Choose a file. Bug alert, you must click on the file again with your mouse even if it is already selected, or else this won't work for me, and click Open. Under the File Transfer dialog shown above, you'll see an uploading indicator show up with a file transfer progress bar. When completed, you'll see the following notification pop up on the bottom of your remote desktop screen: Upload complete. Look for the file on the remote device's desktop. Done. The file is on your remote computer's desktop.
This is kind of a joke answer, but since copy and paste is supported between the target and the host, the geeky way to copy a file without resorting to intermediate cloud storage would be to: on the source, use any available encoder to convert the file to base 64/U encode so you can copy the data with Ctrl+C. On the target, paste the data to a text file and decode it with any available decoder. Python-based solution. First, on the source machine, fire up a Python console and type Next, open the file, myfile.txt, with a text editor and copy the contents. Then on the target machine, paste the contents into a new file named myfile.txt, and in a console type. These snippets can be extracted to scripts in order to avoid typing every time. GUI-based solution, Windows. If you don't have Python, or if both your machines are running Windows and you have Total Commander installed, then the steps are simpler. On the source, select your file and then pick Files in GT, encode file. A corresponding .b64 will be created in the other panel. Open it, F3, and copy the contents, Ctrl+A, Ctrl+C. On the target, paste into a new file with .b64 extension and then use Files in GT, decode file. Another alternative app is Notepad++ with the built-in MemeTools plugin that does base 64 encoding/decoding. Plugins in GT, MemeTools in GT, 64 encode/decode. Command line solutions, OS X, Linux, Windows. OS X and most Linux systems typically come with more than one flavor of console-based 64 encoders. This should work OATB without having to install anything. Omitting that, output ... part will print to standard output. Another OATB utility present both in OS X and Ubuntu. Piping directly to clipboard, avoiding intermediary files. It is possible to encode directly to the clipboard if you have the corresponding command line tools on the source/target OS. On OS X there are the built-in copy and paste. On Linux and Zorg, there is Sklip, and on Windows there is clip.exe, which means that encoding a file to clipboard can be simplified too, for example for OS X. And the proper way. Jokes aside now. If you need to transfer files between two machines, no matter what you use to connect, then use SSH, which provides SCP. If one or both boxes are behind firewall/routers, then use a jump server, i.e. an internet exposed server, could be a VPS. You'll need to have an always-on link from your destination box to the jump server, configure port forwarding, and then use SCP over the forwarded port on the jump server. In a A and GT, B and GT, C hop scenario, you'll need an SSH client on A, and running SSH servers on both B and C. Once you have the outgoing connection and port forwarding configured from box C, which can be tricky if you've never done it before, you can connect over SSH from box A with a profile defined in your ~/.sh/config file similar to. Once you have it all set up, you can copy files/folders simply with or from remote to local. Remote_dir will be relative to the user's home. Note, this does not cover all the steps, as this is beyond the scope of the original question. But you can use, for example, Chrome Remote Desktop in order to establish the SSH link from your box C to box B, the jump server, and then from box A transparently connect to C via B. And finally, if you want a nicer text mode GUI than SCP, then consider using Midnight Commander, MC, apt install MC, where you can connect, for example, with left and GT, shell link. Type your target box user at IP or your alias configured in ~/.sh/config, such as jump in the example above. Transfer files over SSH with Midnight Commander.
Yes. This answer from Gabriel Staples answers it. This URL and the accepted answer should be changed to that. It is now possible in Chrome Remote Desktop to transfer files. Details about Chrome RDP.
To transfer files, just use your Google Drive. You have to be logged into your Google account in order to use Chrome Remote Desktop, so just open Google Drive, drop your file into it. Once it uploads, open Google Drive on your remote computer and pull it out of Google Drive to the desktop or folder of your choice.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.